We are on both. We are on Twitch and YouTube, I guess. We're the Mustache Boys.
The Mustache Bandits.
We're the facial hair bandits.
The pube on your face, motherfuckers.
Oh, one of these motherfuckers that have facial hair.
We're getting this motherfucker started. Motherfuckers. Let's start this, motherfuckers.
You keep that keistered. I'll just.
I don't think I can do that. Sounds like an extreme workout.
Oh
Yeah, what would y'all do if y'all were a ghost?
If I was a ghost,
Yeah, like if y'all were
I'd be
a ghost.
fucking with people.
He's got the resolution down.
You're explaining Bigfoot to me like he's a Pokemon.
This is what happens.
Probably is.
Hasn't been caught yet, so.
Right.
This sounds fucking stupid.
You motherfuckers ready?
Yeah, let's go, motherfucker.
I am Brother Zachary Ellis, the cult leader.
And I'm the Texas Ranger.
It's your boy, the Hooded Warrior.
The Raisin Packer. The Raisin Man. The spicy raisins.
Spicy. I made watermelon ones during this weekend.
Watermelon raisins?
Flavored raisins. Actually pretty good. They taste like Jolly Ranchers.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty neato.
That's pretty crazy.
Anito, burrito, hold a chorizo.
Yeah, let's keep on rapping.
Need them chorizo flavored raisins.
What's up, mommy? Que pasa, mijo?
Flappy burritos.
Mix them with some Cheetos.
Oh God,
Stick
y'all
them
are
up your ass.
killing my insides right now.
That's not rapping.
Word.
He had to like push his fingers together. Word.
Yeah, word. Blood, motherfucker.
I had this dream the other day that I was at this party or something, and a bunch of people from the Navy, like all you guys and all that, were there. And I guess I was drunk and I fell asleep, and I woke up and my beard was shaven like really shittily. Like I had patches, and someone just shaved the beard, and everyone was laughing at me, and I was pissed that my beard was shaven, and I was trying to find who did it. And I was so mad in the dream, I woke up thinking that my beard was shaven, and I like started touching my face, and I was like, whew, it's still there.
Yeah, I had a dream as well. I was my wife sent me to Target to get like diapers or something, so I went to Target, and I'm looking around, and then I'm like, okay, the electronics section, this and that, and then I see this guy walk up to like the PlayStation section. He's like, oh yes, they have it. They had a bunch of PS5s, and I want to get the Xbox. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna go see if they have the Xboxes, and I'm like rushing over there because in the distance I see one, but it's like the only one, and I'm like trying to hurry up, trying to get it. And I'm running into everything, knocking shit down. And for some reason, I keep running into everything, and I can't get to the fucking Xbox. And I'm just knocking toys down, clothes down, everything you can imagine, just bumping into something. And then I keep running a little bit, bump into something else. Like, I made a big old mess.
Those are irritating dreams where you can't get to what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like those dreams where you just can't run. And you're just like trying so hard. You just can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at my my new job, working with ADT, it's kind of weird working with civilians because you don't know how to react, or you don't know how to joke with them like how we would in the Navy. And so I don't want to like go overboard and get myself in trouble because I don't know if it's going to offend anybody. And since our sense of humor can go like super like dark, 6 feet down,
dark humor.
And I don't even tell them I have a podcast because they'll probably get offended if or whatever. Because I'll joke about just like crossing, like putting a black wire to a red wire, and some people will be like, "I don't do that." And they'll be like, "I hope you're joking." I'm like,
Yeah.
of course I'm joking.
Yeah. Versus to where if we were down on the bottom of that ladder, we'd be like, yeah, that's right.
Actually, I'm gonna knock this ladder over and start shaking it. But so yesterday I was at a job. We were out in Dos Palos, and
Two sticks. That's what it
yeah,
means.
and so we're installing an alarm system for this old guy, and he's probably in his 70s, and we're kind of walking through his house trying to figure out, because he wanted 2 cameras, and so we're trying to figure out where to put these cameras. And so he takes us into his office, and he's got all these James Dean stuff everywhere. He has like this life-size cardboard cutout of James Dean, and he's got these. I took pictures of some of the stuff. I was gonna face swap it and send it to you guys. And he's got these statues. He's got like little pictures. And I was like, "Oh, James Dean, huh?" He's like, "Oh yeah, you know about James Dean?" I was like, "Yeah." And so he starts going off on all this history about James Dean. Like, we're trying to get to work, and we can't get to work because he's just talking and talking and talking. So I'm just like, fuck, I just made a mistake of mentioning James Dean. And so
I'd be standing in the corner. I'd be like, okay, security.
so eventually we start installing everything, and we get into his office or after we install stuff, we take a break and go have lunch, and we come back, we start installing one of the cameras, and we're sitting, and the guy I was with was kneeling down, like putting wiring up a plug for the camera. And before that. So I drilled a hole through the wall, and I was pulling the wire through, and the guy starts asking us if we know about Sandra Bullock. We're like, yeah, we know Sandra Bullock, I guess. And he starts telling us that he's texting her, and so he's talking to Sandra Bullock, and he's like, yeah, she was divorced and all this stuff, and she's not married now, but she's looking for a good relationship. She's looking for a man that will, take care of her and, be good to her. And he's like, yeah, I'm texting her, and she wants to meet me. She wants me to come down to LA and meet her. This is an old dude too. And so I'm like, what? And I look at him, I'm like, so have you FaceTimed her? And he's all, no, she's too busy. And with her whole production and, being on movie sets and stuff like that. He's all, but I'm not sure if it's really her. So I don't want to just go get a plane ticket and go down to LA. And we're like, oh yeah, it might not be, but just, FaceTime her so you could see if it really is her. But it's like those typical like catfish type things where they won't FaceTime you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he just talks about how much they like each other and stuff like that, and how they want to meet, but it never happens. And so me and the guy, we were trying not to laugh. We're just like kind of looking at each other, and we have masks on, so he can't see us smiling. And so we're just like smiling at each other, like, wow, this guy's kind of weird. And then eventually, like the guy I'm with, he's hooking up the plug and everything, the transformer for it. And I'm standing there watching him do it, and I glance over to this guy's computer, and he's on Facebook, and the type on there is like really bold, so he can see it. And I see this military dude like with an M4. He's all decked out in military clothes in this Facebook profile picture, and his messenger's up, and he's talking to him, and they're talking to each other like how much they love each other, and they're calling each other babe. And I'm just kind of like not trying to pay attention to it. I'm like, this is kind of weird. And then I look over again, and the guy he's talking to asks him to send him money. He's all, hey, when can you send money? And he's like, oh, I gotta pay bills first. He's like, oh, that's okay. He's all, how much can you send? And he's like, oh, about 200. So I'm like, dude, this guy's getting like catfish, like
Left
no
and right.
other.
Like,
Yeah, this guy's getting fucking ran through.
yeah. So I'm wondering if like he's getting catfished by one person with multiple like profiles, or is he getting catfished by different people? And I started to get like kind of creeped out, and I had to use his bathroom. And so I'm in there taking a piss, and I'm just like looking around. I'm like, maybe he's got a camera in here and he's watching me pee. And I come out, and me and the guy, we were talking to each other, and he's probably in there recording you. I was like, probably. I was just thinking that when I was peeing. So we were all, and he had to get on his computer to like fix the camera angles. They're like the motion sensing and all that. And he's all, I felt kind of gross being on his computer because I felt like it's probably like covered in cum or something.
that's
Those-
funny. So, but so far, do you like it?
Yeah, it's actually not bad. It's pretty nice, like being able to be somewhere different every day
Yeah,
and not have to just
see the same people.
yeah.
Yeah,
So it feels like I'm doing something different, but I'm also doing the same thing, but I'm just in different locations. And I get to
Right.
meet all these like, I don't know, pretty cool people, I guess.
right.
Customers
Yeah.
are usually pretty cool.
In my job, I'm trying to meet all like the veterans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm trying to like introduce myself to all the people that were veterans, because it's hard when I speak to supervisors or leads or anything, when I tell them the stuff that I know how to do and the stuff that I did, they're lost. Like, okay, like, you know, but with like the veterans, I can be like, oh yeah, this and that. And then they'll understand a little bit better. But there's one guy there that he's a supervisor for the graveyard shift that I was like, I got to meet that guy, because it's good to rub shoulders with the higher up sometimes, because then they're like, okay, yeah. Even with this this fucking paper that they give us, they're like, all right, in the machine, you know, every day you have to write down something that's wrong and describe it. And I'm like, I know how to do that. We do it all the time. I used to do it all the fucking time. And then it could be the dumbest thing, like, oh, it's rusty there, or whatever. It'd be some bullshit. And so when I wrote down the description, I wrote it down as if I was writing it down still back there in the Navy. So it's all like correct and like, you know, super specific. And my lead was like, okay, he didn't know what the fuck to think about it, but
He's gonna go look back at you. What's corrosion?
Right?
What PEMA? What is a PEMA? What is a PEMA?
Yeah, we have to do the same
Like-
thing with ours too. But we have to do at the end of the job, we have to explain what we did, kind of how we did in the
Yeah. So
Mr.
it's similar. So,
Mr. Rodriguez, what is ATEF?
ATIF? What's ATIF? And I'm like, it can literally be anything, and you can find something. I told my leads, like, oh shit. It kind of like rang a little bell in my head. It's like, I used to do this every fucking day, literally. Find something wrong and write down, you know. And for some reason, he was like, yeah, they want it every day. I know it's a drag, this and that. I was like, dude, it's fucking easy. It could literally be any fucking thing.
right.
Anything. And he's like, you serious? Because a lot of the operators, they just have trouble doing it. And I'm like, are you sure it's because they don't speak English, or is it because they don't try? Because I think it's because they don't speak English. He's like, no, they're supposed to do it, but they don't. This and that. But yeah, I'm like, this is like the easiest thing. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, with these guys and their tools, I always look at their tools and I'm like, man, none of this stuff is organized.
Mm-mm.
And they'll like forget like tools in a site and stuff like that. And it's like, man, you guys need to know where your tools are at.
Yeah. No, and there was this one story this one operator was telling me. And he's been there for like 14, 15 years. Older guy. He's actually been the one that's trained me. And he's like, no, one time there was like a screw that I found in the machine, but I just left it there. And then the machine got jammed up. And it turned out that it was a screw that jammed it up. Like, why did you leave it there? Why did you take it out? Like it's a loose, some random screw. Like he's like, yeah, I should have taken it out.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
but-
funny.
Yeah, but
Man, I can't wait to have those kind of stories.
yeah, no, dude. But like honestly, man, like a lot of the shit you learned in the Navy, you could apply it to anything.
Mhm.
And
That's why.
civilians do not know how to. If they weren't like around that culture, they don't know how to.
They don't know. They don't know how to
Yeah.
troubleshoot. Like,
Exactly.
mentally.
Yeah, because something's wrong. What do I do? Some people, it takes some people a little bit more time to be like, okay, this and that, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
And then I feel that. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, go. I was just.
I'm gay.
I'm gay.
Another thing that I was gonna say was the how like they say, oh, be proactive, not reactive.
Mhm.
As far as like you do stuff to avoid or try to avoid or do what you can to prevent a problem instead of just waiting for the
Operational
problem
risk
to happen.
Yeah. ORM.
Yeah, and I do that shit all the time because a lot of people just sit there, they press the green button, start the machine up, and they wait for something to happen, and then they go fix it, and they waste all this time. But when you do certain stuff to avoid it, it just fucking gets rid of all that altogether.
hmm
But obviously, you can't avoid everything. But
Yeah, we have a whole program that we have to go on. We have to put the hazards in for the job site and all the stuff. We have to log everything. It's like, man.
I'm sure that's the stuff that you learn in the Navy has helped make that a little bit easier to
Oh yeah, way
Yeah.
easier.
handle, I guess.
So, yeah. But that's what I've been telling these kids, that we got a whole bunch of TAD cats that are already trying to get out. And they're like, I don't know, I'm afraid. I'm like, one, you've been in 30 seconds. Like, you're not really going to have that much of a shift. Two, anything you do learn from here will carry out very well in the civilian world.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's one thing. That's one thing I'm do not regret is all the bullshit that I learned. It was hell being there while I was there, but now that it's over, and Hayden, you'll see it when you get out in about a month.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Well, everybody's been asking me. They're like, aren't you nervous you're going to get out? I'm like, no, man, I'm a 30-year-old that I learned working in the civilian world before I joined. I was like, I know what to expect, and I know I'm going to run circles around motherfuckers when I'm out.
and you will, you will.
Yes,
Even
you will.
I'm sure Zach, whenever he learns how to do that stuff like on his own, it'll be the same thing. The only thing that I do not think that we actually have is customer service skills.
Yeah, communication issues.
Yeah, well, everybody has communication issues. Even there in the plant that I work, everybody's just like, the lead says something and then it doesn't go down to the little guy, and then they were all confused and stuff like that. So, but imagine like my lead comes up to me and then this guy was fucking up, or he pissed me off about something because he was being lazy, and I'm just cussing up a storm, and there's people around me, I'm just like, in the Navy, it would be a normal conversation.
You fucking fucktard! What the fuck you doing, you dumb piece of shit?
They think they think that we're pastors or something, or rabbis or something. It's a normal. We're cussing up a storm, but we're very wholesome people in the Navy. That's what we do. In the civilian world, cussing up a storm like that, guys are like, oh my god, did he call him a pet?
He's really mad.
I'm not even mad. This is the way I talk.
Oh yeah,
Like,
that's one thing I am gonna have to reteach myself, is to like listen to the little voice inside my head. It's like, you shouldn't say it. Don't say it.
But yeah, I have to stop myself at customers' houses because I'll be like, "Oh fuck, what the fuck's going on?" I'm like, "Oh fuck, I'm such a fucking retard," because I'll like accidentally like kind of do little wrong things. I'm like, "Oh fuck."
I cuss at the machine if something goes wrong. I'm like, motherfucker. Like if I'm trying, like if there's a bunch of raisins jammed up like one thing, sometimes like with all the parts of the machine, because a lot of machinery and gears and stuff like that, it's all jammed up in there, and I'm trying to pull it out. And like I have somebody next to me or my leads there, and I'm like, motherfucker, like I'm like yanking on it and shit, trying to get the raisins out. Like,
so we have what was it, like Tuesday? They needed me out on the line because they needed we had a deck going out. Sorry with all the Navy speak, by the way. But I'm sitting there. It's middle of FOD walk down. Like we're loading up the schedule for the day. Leva's TL. So
yeah, there's your downfall.
Yeah, that's mistake number one. I don't even have a pouch on. I'm just helping load shit up. And I noticed that there's a lot of higher ups and a lot of new cats on the line, and the 51 Echo is not the ordnance on it is not strapped down. So I'm next to Leva. She gets into the car. I'm going to the ratchet strap the shit down so we don't get yelled at. I'm in between the skid, like in between the wheels.
No way.
And she starts to take off.
Oh, fuck.
So I jump back, ratchet in hand, and I'm just staring as she's driving off. And I'm holding on to the ratchet. She finally stops. I lose it, man. I fucking throw that ratchet strap. I'm like, what the fuck are you thinking? I'm throwing my cranial at the truck. People are just looking.
That rage, that military rage. It'll come out too, because
I was lighting her up, and these new kids are like, he's yelling at a second class.
Well, fuck, dude. She could have fucked you up. I would have just stayed there. Do it. Just go ahead, do it.
You just fall with it.
In my head, like I was in my head. I was playing through, and I was like, man, I should have had my leg get hit.
One time I was walking by the next, and this like officer was pulling out of his car, and he was backing up, and I guess he didn't see me, and I had to move out of the way for him not to hit me. And I'm like, oh my! Afterwards, like you said, I was playing in my head. I was like, I should have just let him run me over. Mm-hmm. He's an officer too. Oh my god, that would have been nice.
I would have been mad at her, but it would be a dry heat. Like I wouldn't be yelling or nothing. I'd be like, don't talk. Give me your fucking keys. Go inside. Because I'm kimping my way back.
I feel like the military is the only job where unanimously everyone wants to get hurt to get out of work.
Yeah.
Just hurt me.
Well, I was talking with the civilians, and they're all like, man, you should have let it hit you. You could have put that down on disability. I was like, yeah, but I'm trying to do that intentionally, not accidentally.
Well, I mean, what's it called? Look what happened to Paul. Like, you know, that was an accident. But I never said I want to get hurt. I was like, but I wouldn't be opposed to getting hurt.
Yeah,
you know
like
I'm
not looking to get hurt. But
I'm not jumping off the building, you know. I'm just
if it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
Or when you were driving to work and you're just like, if I just drive this car off the side of the road, maybe I'll get a day off.
Yeah,
but that's how it is sometimes, man. Like we got that dark humor that not a lot of people are going to get in the civilian world.
No, they don't get it. I always tell my lead jokes because, like I said, or I think I mentioned it before, he's like a younger guy, and I'm like telling him jokes all the time that are pretty dark. And he's just like, he laughs, but he knows that they're fucked up.
Yeah, it's like, wow, that's messed up.
This is the norm, man. What are you talking about?
That I wasn't nervous to get out of the Navy. The thing I was nervous about is how I would integrate with civilian workers.
I imagine it's tough. I imagine that is a mental gymnastics in its own.
It is for me, especially because my job has a lot of older people. Like I get really frustrated when they don't move as fast as I want them to, or I would move. You know, because obviously I'm not a leader there, so I can't tell them to move faster. But even like the younger people, like sometimes they have trouble noticing stuff. Like I don't know about you guys, but even in the Navy, when I would see people work and I was like not doing shit, I would feel bad and I would like go help out. You know, especially if I was working with friends, like if I'm just not doing shit, like I'm going to go help because I know, you know, it just looks wrong. Yeah. But civilians don't care. They will like you're busting your ass and they will just watch you, you know?
Oh yeah. These guys too.
That's what I'm doing right now at work. Since I pretty much, I told everybody, I'm like, I'm handing it to y'all. It's like, if you really need me, I'll go out there, but do not ask me for anything. And AO1 even agrees with me. So I'm sitting there in the shop doing nothing. I'm starting to get uncomfortable. So I'm now like every morning I'm updating the PIMAs. I'm doing the pre-ops. I'm checking corrosion on tools. I'm doing a slew of things. And everyone's like, you don't have to do that. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to. Yeah, I get super mad, and you know, I wish I could I had that bone in my body where I could be like, yo, like help or something. But I don't know. I think it's just my pride, that doesn't let me do it.
Yeah.
The other day I was crushing prunes with this it was like it kind of looked like a 3D printed baton, like a stick, like a beam, right? And they go into this belt, and I have to crush them because they're sticky and they were in a box, and they're it's like a brick, and I'm like trying to separate them, and I did that for like the whole shift, and this guy was just standing there, just taking boxes apart, just standing there the whole shift. We were supposed to be rotating, so I don't wear myself out because it's pretty hard. But no, he didn't. Not one time was he like, "Hey, let me get some," or nothing. He was just doing the boxes, and in my head, I'm just cussing him out, and I'm like, "You motherfucker! I've been doing this for like 4 hours, and you haven't done shit. Like, you lazy fucking piece of shit." You're like, "God damn it!"
That's the thing you want to say to him.
Yeah, it just doesn't click in their head though. Like I can do 2 jobs at a different time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that's what I'm gonna be like. I'm gonna have to like control my petty shit. I'm gonna be doing work all day, and after I'm finished, I'm back. Hey, did you enjoy your fucking work?
Then the dude after the shift had the audacity to say, "Hey man, you sore?"
Really?
I'm like, yeah. I'm like,
wow.
I was like, don't touch me. I am sore. Very passive because I can't tell him what I want to tell him. Can't cuss him out. There was this other story that they told me. The same one of the supervisors, he was a Marine, right? And that's the guy I wanted to meet because he was a red hat, which is red hats. They wear the red hard hats. Those are the supervisors, and apparently, the guy that I was working with was working in another machine, and the fruit was stuck. So a guy from sanitation was there waiting for him to clear the machine so he can clean it. It was the end of the shift, and the fruit was stuck. So he said, "Hey, get your water hose and spray down the fruit. See if you can get it unstuck." And he did. Supervisor walks up, and apparently he was like laying him in, like, "You can't fucking put water in that little whatever because they have sensors in there. You're gonna fuck up the cameras. Yada yada yada." Just military style ass chewing. It made it seem like. And he said the guy from sanitation just head down, just taking it. He quit the next day.
Really?
Yeah, he never came back after that ass chewing.
I've been chewed out before.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Fuck. I had a guy officer in my face spitting on me, and it wasn't even my fault. But
got yelled at so many times for stuff that wasn't my fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, civilian dudes are thinking they're gonna get fucking sent to the gallows or shot. It's like, nah. Now you got
going to the gulag.
You got bitch that. He's not mad at you. He wants to get the point across.
He just wants you to be better. That's it.
Yeah.
He just wants you to be better. Tough skin.
Yeah, my manager, so they do like Zoom meetings with the installers every Friday, and I was sitting at his desk, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna have you introduce yourself on here." I was like, oh, "Okay, cool." And I was like, "Hey, I'm Zach. I just got out of the military. Hopefully this is fun. I'm interested in all this shit." And then he's all, "Yeah, just welcome Zach. He's a blue shirt." And I was like, "Oh, I'm a blue shirt now, huh?" I'm just sitting there thinking, I'm like, "We don't like blue shirts." Yeah. So then I went from a red to a blue. So I'm like, oh, now I'm a dirty blue shirt.
Yeah, I wear a yellow hard hat. That's the color that I wear.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ew.
The only ones that wear red are the supervisors, and those are the guys that get paid good money. There, they make like 50,000 compared to like us that make a lot less, but they get a lot of good money.
That's what I'd be striving for is promotions.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the CHP thing's taking a little while, so I'm just trying to do my best here because I don't want to be stuck as an operator. Like I feel like I can do a lot more because I see a lot of things that are wrong, or I see a lot of things that people don't do right, and it's happened to me before, and I've been in that position, so I can probably cuss somebody out so they can work faster.
I found out the other day. So to work at ADT, you're supposed to have 2 years alarm experience, and I kept trying to figure out why everyone kept asking me. They're like, "Oh, did you work with alarms?" I'm like, "No." "Oh, what'd you do before?" So I'm like, "Military." And then finally the other day, he's like, one of the guys is like, they hired you and you didn't have any experience? I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "You're supposed to have 2 years experience." I'm like, "No, I have nothing." So it's like, okay. Then I figured out why everyone kept asking me if I had experience in alarm systems.
Yeah. I would have been like, yeah, I mean, magazine alarms.
I didn't even have that.
Well, I have a AR at my house.
I got a home security system.
Hayden, what is your plan though? Like, have you talked to anyone as far as employment or?
Oh no. So my deal is once my terminal hits, I'm using that for vacation because that's 2 free paychecks. Afterwards, I'll be doing online schooling, finding out what my little brother's going to do, and then depending on what he's going to do, I'm going to go to Texas and apply for civilian contracts at the nearby Air Force bases.
Oh, okay.
Nice. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'll be simultaneously doing what I used to do in the military while going to college. Because this is ultimately, this is how I see it. It's my last chance to do what I want to do before I had to focus on making money. And if I can make money doing what I love, then I'm set.
You love to work on planes?
No. That's I do not.
This is what you know, but
Going to school for digital illustration. If I can't make it doing that, then I will open up into opportunities at trade schools doing HVAC and plumbing and getting good at that to where I can open up my own business.
Yeah, dude, I was thinking, okay, if the CHP thing doesn't work out, if for whatever reason they don't want me or something, knock on wood, what am I going to do? Well, I want to go to school for diesel mechanic. That's what I want to go for. Do a little bit of that. I did also look into the air conditioning thing because out here in California, like it gets really hot. And, people, their ACs are going out all the time. So that's a big business as well.
We just got ours switched out. Like, fucking A.
Yeah,
man.
it's expensive.
Mm-hmm. But the people that fix it get paid good.
Yeah, but it's the two things that people constantly need in a living household is you have to have your shitter working, and your house has to be livable as far as like
temperature.
Temperature.
Yep.
And in Texas, it's a bunch of fat fucks sweating all the damn time, taking shits. Imagine the amount of money I would get if 200-pound 5'4" Texan clogged up his shitter simultaneously as his name is
Chadwick. He has a big old fatty in his lip. he answers the door in shorts, no shirt, and no shoes, and offers you a beer while you fix his toilet.
Yeah. If I can't get off the ground with the digital illustration, then that's what I'm going to do because I know manual labor and I know HVAC and plumbing.
Yeah.
It's pretty good money.
My brother-in-law has his own AC thermostat repair company. Not company, but business. And he's all self-taught and he makes good money doing that. He never went to school for it or anything.
Really?
Yep. Because honestly, if you're going to get hired by a company to go fix your shit, I guess back in the day, Sears was a big company that had mechanics or whatever repairmen go to places. They probably want to see that you went to school for it. But somebody searching on Google for HVAC or plumbing or whatever, they're not going to let me verify your credentials there, Thomas. You know what I mean? They're just going to go to whoever they see fit to come to their house and fix it. And then the reviews will come from your job or what you did, and then from there you can go. Like, you're not gonna get in trouble for fixing somebody's AC and not having the school for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
But you
As
will
long as
get
you
in
gotta do
trouble
it.
if you perform open heart surgery without your doctorate.
Yeah.
I did that the other day, actually.
You get open heart surgery.
Yeah.
I replaced it with a baked potato.
I put some nails in it, and I put some wire around it, and I connected the wire to some random veins, and then I pulled the heart out, and then with the electricity that your body produces, because if you wear fleece or something like that, you rub, it's gonna always, it's like a solar panel. It'll always conduct the electricity, and so it'll keep it pumping.
Oh, or you could get the heart and just put some wire around it or whatever, and then hook up double A batteries that are located on the wrist area. And you got to tell the guy, make sure that your batteries are always good, because you'll die. The heart will stop pumping. And watch, he said the batteries are almost dead. He pulls them out to swap them out. He just he just falls down. Doesn't even get a chance to put them back in.
That's the flaw. We're still trying to figure that out.
We're trying to figure it out.
How not to die.
Then someone's like, why didn't you put a rechargeable port in there? Like, oh, I guess we could have done that. Just connect it while you're sleeping.
Micro USB. You're about to die at work. Hey, does anybody have a micro USB charger? Everybody has iPhones. No. Die.
Sitting there running around holding his wrist up in the air and like a plug. Where's the wall jack?
I'm eventually gonna get my graphic design thing up and going.
Yeah.
I just applied for my LLC to get my business license for it. And all that stuff.
Hey.
I want to make Pixar movies, man. I want them to come up to me and be like, yeah, so we got an idea for a character. No dad, but it has a mom. So I'll just look at him dead in the face and be like, so big ass? And he'll be like, yeah, big ass.
Yeah.
That'd be a way to do it. Just
Out of all the people on the podcast, Hayden's about to get out. Stiegel's out. That Olsen is pretty much the only one that still has some
he's
time
from the
left.
Middle East.
Yeah.
And then Sleepy Evan Malone, he's just off doing his thing.
Yeah, he's doing his own thing.
Yeah. Shout out to them. I miss Stiegel. I wish he could get back on, but he's been working hard in the fields. I saw that fucking picture of him on the tractor
Yeah.
and on the horse.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
He looks so happy.
yeah, he does. He looks very happy. I'm like, Moody is saying that he's doing that type of shit, but he's not.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Is he saying he's doing that stuff?
No, I'm sure that if
Oh,
you
yeah.
ask him-
He's lying about something.
yeah, I'm sure if you ask him, like, hey, Moody, how's it been? Because he's out too. He got kicked out or
Mm-hmm.
I
separated,
don't
whatever.
know what. Yeah.
Yeah, they just whatever. But if you say, hey, Moody, so what you been doing? He's like, oh, just working on the fields, this and that with the horses and.
So I connected a diesel engine to one of my horses. Now the horse runs real fast. I could do like a wheelie in third gear.
That boy makes me laugh sometimes. You just have to look at him and shake your head.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, Moody.
And I said,
Gasson
Yeah.
makes me laugh too. I remember the fucking episode when he was on. He was telling us a story about the hero's journey.
Yeah.
And then fucking Hayden. I'm just looking at Hayden like, and
I can't take
he took off his fucking headphones and he screamed "fuck" because it was so dry and everything. And I love Gasson. I love him.
Oh, bro.
But fuck, dude, like, his storytelling was just so dry.
He just goes on.
Right?
Man.
he does. I love his stories though, like the things that he comes up with.
I just like his conversation starters, man, because it'll be something so fucking oddball and random.
From third field, you're just like,
Mhm. I'll be sitting there eating a fucking Slim Jim at work. It's like, so Hayden, you ever kill a prostitute? You just look over like, gassing, what? No.
You ever killed a prostitute while eating a burrito? That'd be what Gasson would say.
Yeah.
Fucking Gasson. Miss that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else is getting out? Like number wise, how many people?
Oh, bro, that board is full.
So did you hear about Hawkins?
What about him?
He got in trouble for smoking the ganj.
Yeah. So the story was it wasn't weed that he smoked, but there was THC chocolate covered strawberries that he got mixed up. So he had like 0.25 THC in his system.
Oh.
Mm.
And he said, yeah, he's like, yeah, those I guess those were meant for my my wife's brother. And I thought they were normal.
Oh. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't say no to chocolate covered strawberry either.
Yeah, me neither.
Those things are so good.
I haven't even had an edible.
Yeah. Me and him
Me
been
either.
talking. We've been talking, and I've been like kind of like gauging my future plans, like my last resort kind of plans from him. And apparently civilians get contracted in Kuwait.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
they
what
do.
Corbin has been trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's like $104 an hour,
It's-
tax free.
It's fucking bank. So I have somebody's number. Remind me to give it to you. That is working there right now.
Mm-hmm.
See if I have it. I haven't used it because I just can't go to Kuwait right now. You know?
But I
So-
looked at him. Civilians told me about it. Hawkins is like, yeah, that's a good thing. I'm like, yeah, man, that might be my last resort. Like, if everything fails, I'll just look at my family and be like, I'm gonna go to Kuwait for like 2 to 3 years.
You gotta
Yeah.
remember that those aren't for sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those are nothing is for sure. So you
No.
have just
But that's like that is one hell of a golden ticket opportunity.
yeah.
What I would do if I were you is like what I did is I would apply because I applied to ADT and then I went and looked for job opportunities and where I wanted to be, and I started applying to like a bunch for there because then you'll have like a different you'll have pretty much an opportunity with all these different companies that you can try and work with, and then if you start getting interviews and stuff like that, then you have a better opportunity to decide what you're going to do.
Yeah, you can weigh your
Mhm.
options and be like, I got a job here making this much, but I got a job here making this much with free benefits.
It was a little hard. It was a little hard for me because I started applying for jobs like last October, and COVID was in California itself was pretty shut down at the time for the most part. So there wasn't a lot of places looking for work. But now it looks like it's opening up. I've even been considering moving because they don't pay me that much there, and I know I could be doing whatever. That job's like easy, but I feel bad, because I've
Work
been
with
there
me.
that long. ADT, imagine.
Yeah.
Imagine if all three of us worked ADT.
No, Mallory asked me where do I work because he's gonna try to apply there, and I'm like, dude, do it, man. We need more people. We need more people for the demographic. but yeah, I've been considering it, but I was like, nah, because it seems like they respect me a lot there. For what I've seen, when something's like going wrong and the lead isn't around or no supervisors around, for some reason they go to me, Jose, like this is going on. I'm like, I just started working here. Why are you coming to me? Or my lead will give me the radio when he goes to his lunch. He'll be like, here, have the radio. If anything happens, yeah, you know what to do. But he gives it to me. He doesn't give it to the other people. But again,
That's
I'm
good.
pretty sure it's because they don't speak English. But he gives it to me. He's like, okay, like if you need a mechanic or something, here's the radio. You need material, just here, forklift, whatever. So I have the radio there, and the employees that have been there long enough wear white hard hats. I wear yellow because it just started, and have to wear it for like 4 or 5 months.
Mm.
And you see this fucking yellow hat wearing a radio and shit, like whatever. Like it's easy, I've done that before.
Yeah.
Radios are a big deal in the civilian world.
Dude, apparently it is, because I was like, what is the radio etiquette for civilians?
Yeah.
Hey, like, because I asked him, I was like, because in the Navy, it's "Hey, you, this is me," yada yada yada, right? Whatever it is. He's like, "No, just ask for whoever, and then just say what you need." So this one of the coders in the machine, the one that puts the expiration date, was fucking up, and we couldn't fix it. So he's like, "Okay, call Chewy. Chewy is the QA tech, the one that fixes all that." He's like, "Call Chewy," and I'm like, "Do I just say, hey Chewy, we need you over here?" And then let's say, the guy was like, "Yeah, I guess just say it. Yeah, I don't know how to say it. Yeah, say, hey Chewy, we need you on this line." So on the radio, I'm like, "Chewy, can you come to?"
That's
Can
funny.
you come to the line? This and that. And then this other QA tech comes over and he's like, "Yeah, you don't have to call him like by name. You could just say who you need, and then that's it. You don't have to say Chewy or anything. He's not even here today." And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Well, that works. I get a work cell phone. I get a gas card and a van. I don't even have to drive any of my cars.
How long is your lunch?
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
And I get overtime if I want to. And so I can work as long as I want to. Yes, when I went, I saw Hayden the other day because I was down in Hanford working, and I got off at like 2, and I was like, "Hey, you home?" He's like, "Yep." So I ran over there and said hi to him.
You ran over there?
Yeah, I got out of my van. I ran.
So do you have to wear like an ADT shirt, like a uniform type thing?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for him to come in.
Oh, okay.
So I'm. They bought me pants, 5 pairs of pants, 5 polos, 5 regular shirts. I get some shorts. I get a nice jacket.
Nice.
I
wish I could work in shorts.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I get tools and all that stuff. So they'll provide those for me. They bought brand new tools for me to have.
So do you take the van home, or do you have to take it back to the?
It's sitting outside my house right now.
That's cool, dude.
Yeah. So I get up, I wake up, look at my whatever, if I have a job that day or in the morning, I look at it and I can leave from home, or I can go into the office and get some parts that I need and go. It's a pretty chill job.
Yeah, it sounds pretty chill. Yeah. Just waiting for the CHP to fucking hit me up, man. Those guys are taking forever.
Yeah,
bruh.
what is it? Are they just like reviewing your paperwork or something?
Dude, I hope they are, because if they hit me up saying that they just started, like, I hope that they're looking into my file, those shit that I gave them. That by the time that they hit me up, they'll be like, "All right, we just got to do the interviews, and then go from there." Because if they're like, "Oh no, we're just gonna start while we do your interviews," like that will be a pain because it's been so fucking long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have a quest I need to get done. I need to bring you your first donut.
Yeah, in your ADT van.
Yeah, in my
imagine. Yeah,
that'd be funny.
Yeah, so I hope that shit works out, man. Because fuck,
I hope so. That'd be cool.
These raisins are pissing me off. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna bring you a donut with raisins on it.
Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring you something, and you're gonna be like, no more raisins.
Yeah.
Just like I get annoyed when I hear jets fly over the house.
I hear them at my job sometimes. And then, like, the people that are around, like, are looking out, like, looking for it. And I'm like, you're not gonna find it. Like, that thing.
Right. Oh, you're frozen.
It's 30 miles that way.
Right. I see them over mine. One day my wife and I went to go eat, and I could hear a jet. I was like, God damn it. These jets need to get out of here. And I look up, it was actually a Tomcat. I was like, oh shit, a Tomcat.
It was at 14?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Where's that coming from? God knows.
I don't
where.
know.
Look.
But it was actually pretty cool to see that jet because, we normally didn't even see those.
Nah, I never seen one in person.
So I don't know where it was coming from. And I was just like, wow, it might have been like a show or something.
Maybe. Or maybe it came from China Lake.
It's
China Lake. It's always fucking around.
Stupid China Lake, fucking those fuckboy China Lakes.
Yeah. Look at this towel. What an old man.
What's he doing with that towel? Why are you putting it underneath your desk? What are you doing?
Okay, so the reason why I have a towel is because I don't have a fucking cup thing.
A coaster, like a coaster?
A coaster.
Yeah.
And I always drink my cold drink, and it always sweats. So I don't want it to get on my electronic stuff, so I just put
It's alive. Alive.
So, dude, okay. So first of all, I'm gonna just put it out there. We have not talked about.
we have not talked about our fucking goal. We just went on a tangent.
Yo, granted, I feel like it's been very interesting and very, how do you say? I don't know, interesting. But I'm gonna go ahead and ask just the question, Zach. Why didn't you not go to college?
Well, so I joined at 26. Joined the Navy at 26. First of all, grew up being Mormon, and so that had a
You couldn't get into BYU because you were retarded.
No, gay.
No,
They don't allow gays, so I couldn't get in.
For real?
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, look
Nice.
at it. Yeah, I got to flip gassing off. Hey, everyone, flip gassing off.
Where is he?
Yeah,
Is he
texting
watching?
me. Yeah, he's all, if you're live, flip me off. Hey, just comment in the thing, and you can chat with us.
Yeah,
But
just
anyways.
don't make 3 paragraphs.
Yeah.
The hero's journey.
So I went on the whole missionary thing for 2 years. At first I wasn't going to do that, and then I decided to do it. And then after that, I was trying to figure out how to get into college. I was stupid. I had no idea what to do to get into college. And for a long time, I wanted to be a cop, and then I also wanted to be in the military. My oldest brother joined, became a Navy SEAL, all that stuff, and that's what I wanted to do. But like things kept going all weird for me. So then I just ended up not going to college because I had no idea how to do it, what to do, where to go for it, all that stuff. And ended up joining the military. And yeah, just trying to figure out how to get in was hard for me. I must have been really stupid.
How about you, Tom?
Me, so I have done a little bit of college, but it was just to get into the military. So, I mean, the reason why I didn't is because by the time I got out of my high school, my charter school, I was too dumb for high school. But after I got out of that, my main thought process was I need to find a job. So I worked in multiple different areas. I even worked with my family business cleaning privately owned jets. But that wasn't going good on resume. All I had was manual labor on resume. I built mobile homes. I was on assembly lines for tubing, grout, and caulking shit for tubs and stuff. Getting laid off there, getting laid off building mobile homes. And I couldn't shut the fuck up. I couldn't apply anywhere. It got so bad in the economy, I guess would be the word, that I couldn't even apply at Walmart without, and bless his heart, a little special needs guy taking it. So I was like, all right, since I don't have money, I can't get into college. What can I do? So I applied for the military. They're like, yeah, you're too dumb. You need college credits. Did that, and here we are.
So for me, it was I graduated high school in Columbia. My mom wasn't living with us at the time. She was here in the States, and she was going to send me to college. Or I was actually going to go to school for graphic design. That was back then. That's what I wanted to do. But I was just not very into school. Even in high school, I was just not. I would barely pass everything. And she was like, if I put you in college, I'm actually going to be paying for it. And you're not going to, I don't trust you to, actually do a good job. And it'll be a waste of money if you fail out. So I'm bringing you back to the States. So I came back to the States. I was 17. I applied at a GameStop, actually got the job, but I never started because we moved far away from that said GameStop and I didn't have a car. So I couldn't go to work. And then I was sitting there at home and I'm like, maybe I can go to community college. But like Zach said, I didn't know how to even start. I went there. They were talking about transcripts and this and that and yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, dude, this is fucking retarded. Like, and I'm not going to be making any money. Like, what the fuck? Like, this is dumb. And then I was like, I've always been more work driven than education driven. So like I would rather go make some money than go to school first, while I'm young, make some money so I can defend myself pretty much. And I was like, went on the Navy website and I was just like, man, I'm only 17. I'm just going to go talk to them and see what they say. And they sell the Navy pretty well. Like I was excited to go. And then after being in the Navy, I'm like, man, I think I made the right decision judging by the type of person that I am. And now that I know more, now is when I want to go to school once I'm a little bit older, because I feel like I'll do a better job. I can hold myself accountable and not, fuck off like some kid. So that's why I didn't go.
Like, honestly though, if we had a chance to do it again, would we choose college or would we choose the Navy again?
I think because it's nice to like get through college at a younger age, because then maybe you could get into like your dream job and make some good money. But also, like, I don't think at a younger age you would take it as serious as you would when you're older.
Yeah.
As you have like experience like we do and stuff like that. And I don't know if I would go to college if I would have.
Yeah. So if you really like think about it, like that's the same boat I am, because I sat down and actually thought about it. I was like, if I had the opportunity to do it again, would I do it differently? And there'd be some aspects that I would do differently, but ultimately I would probably still join the military just to have that experience.
I think I would have joined the military in a different area. Like, I don't think I would have been in the job we are or we did. And
what would you do? Like, what area you think?
I would have tried harder to be in special forces.
Oh, okay.
Like, that's what I would have done. I'm the type of person that wants to see what I'm doing actually do something.
Yeah.
Instead of sitting on an aircraft carrier, putting a bomb on a jet and it coming back without the bomb, but not being able to see what we did for that.
For me personally, looking back now, I think I would have still joined. Only because, and I don't even mind the job that I went into, because I've learned a lot of skills. I know how to turn a wrench. A lot of people don't know how to use tools. And you learn that very, very early on. And I think I wouldn't change it. I would keep it the way it is. Maybe some things here and there, like financial decisions. Maybe I shouldn't have spent so much money.
I think I'd applied myself more academically in the military than I did.
Yeah. I would try to do better academically as well in the military. But no, I don't think I would change it. I mean, we get to say we have like a lead on a lot of people, and like how Zach was saying, like, oh, maybe you should went to college at a younger age. Maybe you get your dream job. Maybe I don't know how it was back then. I can't remember, but
it was tough to get a job back then.
Nowadays, it's like they want people with experience. Like, if you don't got the experience, you can have a degree and they still won't hire you because you don't have the experience.
Yeah.
And I feel like back in those days, like mid 2000 or like early 2010s or whatever, like it was harder to get a job with no experience than it is now. You know, but
definitely.
But the one thing that we do have that gives us kind of like a buyout to go to these places and work with no experience is that the fact that we're veterans and other people are not. You know what I mean? So
our work ethic is better than
it's
most.
way different. It's way different. So I wouldn't change it.
I wouldn't say
honestly.
better than most. I think we know how to
to
work
adapt.
better.
Yeah.
Yes.
We know how to adapt to anything.
Yeah, we can compromise to immediate changes.
Yeah, our assholes are very expandable.
They are expandable, definitely.
You know, so we can get fucked at work, and it's like,
Yeah, it'll be okay. we'll come in the next day and just do the same thing.
yeah.
It's just it's different. We're set at a different pace because we've been trained so long to do that compared to the civilian world where they'll clock in and think that they're going to do their usual shit when we clock in and we do our usual shit and then some.
Yeah. And I see like my cousin, he went to school for he's an IT, right? And he did very well for himself. I credit that to his like charisma and the way he is, but when he was going to school, he went to ITT Tech. He was working for Cox installing the satellites. He worked for AT&T and places like that. Now he works for Hilton, the Hilton Hotel as IT tech there. But he's still paying off his student loans, like still to this day, paying them off. And he graduated back in like 2008, and he's still paying that shit off. And I'm like, man, that could have been me. Like, fuck. I don't have student loans, thank God, but you know.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of people that frown upon us military getting what they would consider to be free college and shit, but they don't realize what we paid for to get that.
Yeah,
like
that's what I tell people.
One, we actually put money into that, and the second off is we paid with our mental health, our physical body, in a way. Like, we damaged ourselves in a massive amount of ways, and that's one of the only perks we get.
Yeah, because people ask me at my job, like, oh, how much money were you making, you know, when you got out? And I told them, and they're like, oh, that's good, like, you know, blah blah this and that. And I'm like, yeah, but it came at a price. You probably can't see it, but it came at a price. It wasn't just going to work and leaving. It was like going to work and worrying if your phone's going to ring once you're off work because some bullshit happened, and then you have to, you know, if you're trying to spend time with family and stuff like that, and you can't because you're stuck still fixing stuff that you're not even there for. You know how many times I said that I was drinking, which I probably was, then I couldn't go back in because I was drinking. I couldn't drive.
Oh yeah, I even use that excuse, and I don't drink. So hey, we need you to come in today. No, I can't. I'm already 4 beers in.
Yeah,
it's 11. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't think I would change it, honestly. Everything so far is going according to my plan. Because I had a plan when I separated. It wasn't just getting out and then you see what happens.
And that's another perk.
Yeah.
Being able to have a plan.
Yeah. And my plan's going just like I want. I started the CHP thing before I got out, right? I'm on the waiting list. I was like, all right, I'm going to work while I'm waiting. I'm working. And if the CHP thing doesn't work out, then I'm going to just go to school for diesel mechanic or something, and take it from there. But so far everything's going to plan, because another guy at work was like, oh, you know, you try to be a police officer and you know, you're not there yet. Like, does it bum you out that it's, you know, not going to plan? I'm like, it's going exactly how I expected it to go. Nothing is, it's going to be a while, and I'm working. That's what all I wanted to do. So yeah, that's that.
Gaston said best drunk story. I don't know why his comment's not showing up.
Yeah. I think my best drunk story is when I broke my nose in Bahrain. It was we had just hit one port on the way to the Fifth Fleet, which was India, which was a shit show. I only got off the boat one day because it was super hard to get off the boat the other days. I changed my ringtone. What? Okay.
All right.
Well, that's weird that it showed up like that, but it showed up on our stream first before it showed up on the YouTube.
Yeah. I was dancing drunk. I was dancing by myself too. I was having a good old time by myself in Bahrain. And I fell on my face. Broke my nose. It was like a fucking right angle almost.
That'd be terrible.
Yeah, and I tried to get back up, and I slipped, and I fell backwards, and I busted my head open back here, a big old gash. And it was funny because I got up, and it didn't hurt because I was so hammered. And they sat me in this chair, and they stopped the music, and everybody's like, all my the people I was working with were around me, kind of. And they were like, "Rod, are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm good, man." And they were like, "Oh, do you need water? Do you want a water?" And I'm like, "No." Toss me another Bud Light. But I think that was my best drunk story because being in the hospital in Bahrain was weird, man. You don't know if they're gonna kill you or something.
I don't have any good drunk stories.
I have two, but they're not enlisted prior enlisted.
Oh,
I got man, this is growing up. This is before I was 21, and I was at my buddy's house, just right up the road. We're getting sloshed. Like we're doing no things. We're like taking codeine and drinking like bad. It was bad.
Wow.
And he had his tree in the backyard, and for some reason, I got really fucking mad at that tree. I was fist fighting the tree while they were laughing at me. And I lost, and I have this like really faded scar from where a branch cut me because I was swinging wildly at it. Another one is, this is like the last time I ever drank heavy. It was my brother's friend's bachelor party, and he wanted to have it at Topgolf. So I pretty much catered that entire event, and they're talking beer, food, everything. We closed out Topgolf. I'm completely hammered, throwing up. We're like stopping in a random parking lot so I can puke up everything. I wake up the next morning with alcohol poisoning. And apparently I've thrown up so much to where I popped the blood vessels underneath my eyelids, so it looked like somebody punched me in the face.
Somebody punched you, yeah.
I checked scuba diving.
I checked my bank account with swollen eyes, and I'm $800. I'm $800 in the hole.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I'm done drinking forever.
Nice. Get some beers while barbecuing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have the occasional beer, but that's about it.
Get some Modelo.
You drop it. You drop your phone. Did he send you that video?
Yeah, he showed me before we started.
Dude, I gotta come up with new ideas. I gotta top that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start doing some more. Try and do some better videos.
Yeah, I know, right?
I sent it to Gasson.
Yeah, but he loved it. He was just like sleeping next to it.
Yeah, I sent it to Gags, and then I sent it to Foy.
Another story was my 21st birthday. We went to New Orleans, me and my father and my mom. Oh my goodness, what's up? No, we went to New Orleans. We got so shit-faced that we found a homeless man, and we took him to, it's like off-brand White Castles. It's called Crystals.
Mm-hmm.
And we took a homeless man there.
Oh, I've been to Crystals.
Yeah, and we fed him.
That's funny. You sure it wasn't you?
No, it was a fucking homeless dude, and he was talking about how he was a vet, and he was showing us his ID card, but it said nowhere that it was a vet.
That's funny.
So we fed him. It was like $150 in Crystals, burgers, and fries.
You know, on the California ID, just to get a veteran on there, it's like $5.
Really?
Yeah, just to put veteran on your ID in California.
Shit, I'm just gonna hold on and then go to when I go back to Texas, I'll get my ID there.
Yeah, I need to get an ID here. I've been trying to get all my stuff together. He's
Yeah,
got the tiny bastard.
yeah, I got a little rod.
Little Rod regret, little horse hooded warrior. You go take him to get a haircut in the same place you do.
Yeah, I do. But he likes to
nice.
talk on the mic.
Is he gonna talk?
Okay.
Baby Rod, what did you do? Why didn't you go to college?
Yeah, you freeloader.
He's not circumcised either.
I always call my stepson a freeloader.
Oh.
Yeah, get out of here. He's in a bad mood, huh?
He's talkative today.
Would you guys do anything different in the military?
Besides study more, I'd probably still be an AO because our job is pretty cool compared to others.
It is.
I'd rather be a gunner's mate or I'd be an AO still. But I would study more and make rank a lot quicker.
One of the guys at work, he's like, "What?" Or most of them, they're all like, "What'd you do in the military?" He's like, I put weapons on jets. And they're like, "Whoa, that's cool." Yeah, some bombs and all that stuff. Like, that's really cool. I'm like, "Yeah, it's all right."
Yeah, it's not what you're thinking.
It's not as cool as you think it is.
Yeah, that's what I tell my family when I'm home. It's like, so what do you do in the military? Yeah, I load up bombs, bullets, missiles. It's like, oh, that sounds so awesome. I was like, it's really not.
It's actually more tedious than you think it is.
It actually kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kicked him out. Fuck, dickhead.
Get out of here, you dickhead.
Get out of here.
You motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
What Gasson say?
He says sitting down and drinking a lot without feeling anything, and then standing up is something that has destroyed me twice. He's talking about when he drinks and you don't feel anything.
All of his tequila that he drinks.
Oh my god.
Oh, I need this tequila.
There was a moment. We were on Key West debt, and we're sitting there talking, and he had a conversation started. He's like, Hayden, should I buy red Solo cups for my bourbon? I'm like, guess on. What? It's like, it depends. It depends on the bourbon. It's like, if it's aged, no.
So, a story that
Hold on. You keep going with your story. I got to switch something out real quick.
Smith told me that when he was in El Centro one time, he fell asleep on top of his tequila bottle.
I think you got a chair. You got a new chair.
Oh, look at that ass.
Yeah, look at it. Look at this new chair he's got.
Oh, shit.
Wow, he's sitting comfortable.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. I think I might hang out in my garage today. So I set it up and I have like my Xbox in there now. There's a TV.
Oh, it doesn't get too hot in there?
Not yet, but when it does, I'm gonna buy like a cooling one of those fans that are like blows cold air.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah.
Nice chair you
Got
got.
a new
there.
chair, dude?
Yeah, man.
Did your brother put it together for you?
He did. Apparently, when I threw my phone, it was the delivery man at the door.
Oh, it came assembled already?
Nah, he assembled it out there.
You tell your brother I sat in his chair?
Yeah, I said you were over. I was like, yeah, he's not the office.
I could just imagine just just Zach pulling up in his like little shorts, wearing his boots on.
I'm gonna wear short shorts. I'm gonna cut them off. They're like, "Why'd you cut all your pants?" I'm like, "I need to be comfortable." I'm gonna have the dildo just hanging out the bottom of them. I'm gonna go up to someone's house to install an alarm system, and I'm gonna put my leg, prop it up on their porch. with the dildo kind of hanging out the bottom.
Oh,
Like,
Yeah.
what's up?
this feels weird.
Is it comfortable?
It's stiff right now. I got to break it in.
Well, there's many ways you can do that.
Body slam it.
Yeah, there you go.
It's like, what happened? My chair broke. Why?
You know, it reminds this. You remember one time Zach was saying hi to everybody in the shop, or Dahmer was, and you just jumped on him.
Yeah.
It was just he was just carrying you like, yeah.
And I was like, and then he pushed me up against the shelves,
Yeah,
the lockers, the drawers, or whatever they are, the tool.
And it just happened so naturally.
It did.
Yeah. You can't do that in the civilian.
No, I can't. The funny thing is, I have to be careful. Like after we install the cameras and get them up and running, I can't like. You have to be careful what you say because the customer can hear you on the camera, and so you can't say the wrong things. So if it gets the motion and then it starts recording and it records the sound too. And apparently, I guess some people have been fired from talking shit about the customer.
Oh, yeah?
I can imagine.
Not that I'm gonna talk shit about a customer, but saying shit that I would normally say, like, "Hey, look at this faggot, you faggot."
Can't believe this dude has a whole bunch of fucking cutout pictures of a dude.
Oh my gosh, dude! There were so many James Dean picture stuff. Here's one of the cutouts. I'll show you.
Oh Lord!
Look at this, Rod.
Jesus.
Oh, that's
You
so
should have made a joke about him driving too fast like Paul Walker.
I know, right?
He would have been so offended. I know he's dead, okay?
He loves James Dean. It's so funny.
I've never even seen any of his movies.
I don't know if I have either. Did you ever see the picture of Hayden?
Yeah, it's gonna be this future me.
There's like fucking Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah, he
it
sent
does.
that thing out. I was like, I would totally rock that look.
Yeah.
He totally would too. It's so funny.
Hayden, where have you been? It's been 20 years.
So I found these
Nope,
ghost
so-
pepper pickles. They are
Oh.
they are very tasty and very
Dude.
warm.
Well, you know what we should do on the podcast one day is order Carolina Reaper and eat it on stream.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
We got to start doing something like that, like
I'd be nervous.
just stuff.
I'm nervous just talking about it.
Well, we could order the Carolina Reaper chips.
Yeah,
like
I've had
Or,
one.
Like that really spicy. It's like one chip and
yeah,
I've had one. They hype it up a lot more than what it is.
yeah, it's not as hot as you. Those pickles are hotter than the chip.
well, I'm talking about like an actual pepper, like an actual
Yeah,
Reaper. Just eat
You
it
should.
and then die.
we should. I would
Yeah.
totally do it. They're so hot. I love some spicy stuff.
I've seen the people on YouTube doing this. One guy, he couldn't stop snapping his fingers. He was like, just snapping.
Just going.
Yeah.
Oh, oh. We should rub it on our buttholes.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh. We're all tearing out of our buttholes. We should do something like that. We should do like I don't want to say challenges because that's stupid, but just something like that.
Some mod.
Yeah, and then try and like talk about something stupid.
You got to do
This-
your makeup. Yeah, everybody has to come to the podcast with makeup on.
We should all put eyeliner on. And then then we'll
Hey,
do it.
right.
It's still just pouring down her face.
I have experience with that, man. I went through that fucking phase growing up.
You gotta put makeup on, or just come like, okay, everybody has to wear like a costume or something, or dress like a gothic dude or something.
Oh, we
That
should.
fucking emo
So-
guy.
So you did have your wife do your makeup. I'll have my wife do mine. Hayden can do his own.
Yeah, have his brother do it.
We're holding up a mirror, crying and stuff. Where's my wife?
It's already running.
Hey, my
Listening to Panic at the Disco.
Oh,
I
man.
chimed in.
my poor groom's bride is a whore. That'd be
Oh,
funny.
We
Should look
should. We
into
should
that.
totally do it. We gotta figure out how to get some peppers.
Probably order them online. I could do the research and then just see what's up.
You up for that, Hayden?
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah. I said up, not down. Idiot. Damn. We should totally do something like that.
Yeah.
We should do just different things. Like
Every so often do like, okay, then tomorrow we're gonna have full face of makeup on. Then
yeah.
I'm gonna wake up early and tell my wife, like, you gotta do my makeup and make me look fucking good. You better make me look ravishing. Like then you could tell your wife the same thing. And then just
Yeah.
and then Hayden's like, okay, you gotta get your brother or yourself or something. He's gonna come in looking all fucked up and shit, and we look pretty.
Or while we're on the podcast, we'll try and do our own makeup.
Oh, like talk while we do our makeup, dude. That'd be
Yeah.
so hard. I can't even imagine.
Makeup and murder.
No, my wife listens to Makeup Murder
So does mine.
chick on YouTube. Like her name's like Bailey something.
Yeah, my wife listens to her every time she's doing her makeup.
Loves her. Like loves fucking listening to her.
That
Don't
chick
know
must
why, you could-
make some money
Yeah.
because every woman listens to her.
I'm like,
I
look.
saw that. I was like, she was sitting there eating fucking a bag of chips, watching TV, and be like, you know what? I should do my makeup and talk about murder.
Right?
Yeah.
That'll
You know, a
be
lot of people
hit.
are into that.
My sisters listen to her.
Oh,
Yeah,
my- Like it's yesterday. We went on a little drive yesterday, and I let my wife drive. So she was driving, and she's like, "Hey, go on YouTube." She had her phone plugged up, and see if Bailey Sarian has posted anything new, and she hasn't. She's like, "Fuck." She's listening to every fucking video. It's insane.
yeah. My wife will listen to it, and she's like, "I had to turn it off. It scared me."
Jesus.
So I heard this noise last night. I bought this new board game. It's called Dungeon Royale. It's like based off like old video games. And so I'm trying to learn how to play it last night. And me and my wife were in the living room, and I hear like a noise where like something was rubbing up against like wood or something like that. And I was like, "Did you hear that?" And she's like, "Yeah." And it does it again. Even the cat like got up and like looked. And so then I ran in my room, got my handgun, and went outside. There's nothing out there. I don't even know what it was. I was like hoping I was
You have a
gonna
guy
scare
living in your
somebody.
walls.
Oh, probably. I'm gonna go up in the attic today and find some homeless dude living up there.
When I hung the punching bag, I had to go into the attic to see what direction the studs were going,
Yeah.
and I climbed up there, and then I couldn't get down. I didn't have a ladder, so all I did was kind of like put a table there, like a little desk, and I just jumped up there, but then I couldn't get down. I was stuck up there for like 20 minutes. So until I just said fuck it and yeeted myself out of the attic.
I made my fucking my realtor when we found this house. I made her concerned because my room has the opening to the attic, and it's just like this big ass square, and you just push it up and go in there. And when I saw it, first out, the room was painted for a child. It's bright blue. It looks like it's a daycare. And I look up and I was like, so is that where the homeless man lives? She's like, what? No.
Dude, I have to go up in attics all the time.
Yeah.
We were up in one. We had to get like to this portion of this house that was up in the attic, we get up there and we're like, how the hell do we get over there? Because we couldn't figure it out. Because you get up there and you just see like the angle of the roof. And we're sitting there walking around. We're thinking it had to be over in this certain location. And then the guy I was with was over off like in the way other side of this attic. Like the attic was huge. And I'm sitting there like, I think one of us hit like their cable line that was in there because their DirecTV wasn't connecting. And but like us looking around, I see this little hole in this portion where I thought was the roof, but it wasn't the roof. It was like for this other portion of the roof. And I go in there and this whole other section of this whole attic that we couldn't even see.
It was like a loft type of thing, like.
No, I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah,
correctly,
I think
but,
I know what you're saying. It was like another section of the attic.
Yeah.
So the shape of the roof was weird.
Yeah, was going into the attic, but they had like the house was big enough to where it had like different portions of the roof going into the attic, and then they had to cut like these little holes to like climb through to get into this other section of the attic. Like some of these houses are like big that we go into.
Yeah.
They're like, we want 6 cameras. We're like, holy shit. Okay. And then you got to climb up in this really hot attic, trying to get everything all done. Like, the other day I was in this attic. I felt like I was on the flight deck. I was sweating. My shirt was soaked. And I was just dripping, just sweat. We were tearing this woman's wall up. There's 3 of us, and they're cutting holes in there. We were trying to shove cables down in there, and I was sitting there drilling holes up in there, trying to get the wire down. That's pretty funny. Man, is there anything else?
Nothing I can think of.
You guys got to make some ramen?
Some ramen. Yeah, I'm starving. I need some ramen.
I was hungry, guys. I'm sorry I was late.
Did you guys watch that video he was on?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen Solar Opposites on Hulu?
No.
The guys who made Rick and Morty?
No.
Dude, the second season came out just barely. Dude, it's so funny. I watched like 2 episodes last night.
Oh yeah,
it's so funny because they swear a lot in that, and there's just dumb things like Rick and Morty, and they're aliens that came. Their planet got blown up, and so they had to go find a planet to colonize, and they crash land on Earth, and so then they just do all this stupid funny stuff. But yeah, it's good to end it here.
I'm down.
Yeah,
motherfuckers.
Yeah, motherfuckers.
You motherfuckers better be going to Redbubble.
TGPpodcast.redbubble.com.
Buy motherfucking merch.
Yeah, buy motherfucking merch.
Buy motherfucking t-shirt.
So we can do this motherfucking podcast. Watch our motherfucking YouTube videos.
Stay tuned for more motherfucking episodes on this motherfucker.
We just gotta start saying that now. Motherfuckers.
Change the name to the Talking Motherfuckers.
Talking Motherfuckers.
Talking motherfucking bastards. Bastards. All right. Well, I guess we'll end it here. And we'll peace, love, and ball sacks, motherfuckers.
Motherfuckers. Bye, motherfuckers.
All right, motherfuckers. Surprise, motherfucker.
Surprise, motherfucker.